And it's time for our tech slot. On the show this week, we're going to talk about apps that perhaps you could take on holidays with you and that will actually be of use to you. And to do all of that, we have our tech man, Wayne Brown, in studio. Wayne.
Well, Wayne.
How are you?
We're good. There's 5 of the main ones you're going to go through. Let's start with Google Translate. I suppose, kind of holidays 101 if you want to know what people are saying.
Google Translate, yeah, and it actually has come on so much now. It's not a case anymore of you have to type into your phone, and try and spell the phrases and stuff. You can actually speak into your phone now and it will translate on the spot.
Or guess who you're speaking to speak into it.
You'll enjoy this one. Look, we can even demo it here. Have it here,
no.
Right? So,
no.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah.
I'm walking out. The time has come.
And yes.
Und ja.
Oh, you're totally... That's not exactly how Ollie says it, though. You've totally been found out.
It depends on the region of Germany
Of course,
you're from. Yeah.
of course, yes.
But
you're Bavarian German.
The other thing you can do...
Georgian German.
Oh, lovely, Ollie. The other thing you can do, not many people know that you can do, you can take a picture of a sign or a menu with Google Translate.
Can you?
Oh.
Yeah, you can, and press translate and it will translate it for you, which is great. Now, I tried this out and it works perfectly.
That is very clever.
Really clever, and probably a good way to actually improve your language, because it is going into your head on some level.
Oh, big time, yeah. And you can handwrite as well into it now, so you don't have to type with your phone anymore. You can just scroll it in with your finger and press translate and off you go. It does 103 different languages at the moment, not just German for Ollie, but other ones available too.
This is wunderbar.
Do we have the budget to send Ollie to Germany to try this out?
But it's actually free. So
okay.
no
Excellent
charge,
stuff.
as everything with Google is free.
Well, that is a big tick straight away. What's this xe.com?
xe.com is brilliant, and it's basically a currency converter at its most basic level. And if you're going outside the Eurozone, it's brilliant. Like, you tap in your local exchange and you'll see what it is in euros. But not only that, but you can also calculate travel expenses and list them with correct currency rates so you don't underclaim. When you're going off, you've been sent away on your recon missions to,
Germany
or wherever.
Yeah, well.
Somewhere where they don't have the euro.
Calculating credit card fees for foreign countries as well. Really clever.
Again, very clever.
Sending money home or receiving money. It all happens in this app. But at its most basic level, it is a currency converter and it's brilliant.
I use it so much, especially, you could just be doing something as simple as reading an article and they mention something in a different currency and within seconds you can bring it up and translate it. It's very handy, actually. Like, journalists would use it all the time, especially business journalists and that, I would imagine,
and
as well.
And
it's free.
And it's free.
TripIt. Now, this is one I'm not massively familiar with, but it's basically kind of one that makes an itinerary for you, is it?
It is. So if you're like me and you've booked your flights with one email and your hotel with another email and you have stuff all over the place, basically you can take all your confirmation emails from your planes and your hotels, everything, email them all to TripIt and it puts them all in one handy itinerary for you with all the booking details.
Everything in one place.
Everything in one place. Like, there is a pro version where it'll send you updates on your flights and try and rebook you a flight if your flight gets cancelled or whatever. But at its basic level, it's able to basically take all your emails, put it into one handy list and share it with everyone.
That's a great idea.
Totally. And I'd say for people with kids, I'd say for a family holiday, that's really brilliant, where you do actually have a mega amount of organising to do.
Absolutely. And like if you're going to a theme park like Disney or something, it'll put your Disney tickets in, it'll put your theatre shows in. You can even put your car rentals in there, the whole lot, and it appears blow by blow.
That's brilliant. And this is an app.
It's an app, TripIt, or TripIt.com. It works on the web as well, obviously, like all these things do. And again, free registration,
Yeah.
The privacy, again, is the only thing there. How much do you want them to know? But if you are only sending in confirmation emails, so there's no personal data really
different.
there.
Well, now, speaking of personal data and sharing stuff and all of that goes on, and it's a big topic now at the minute, trip files.
Trip files is brilliant. Now, if you're like me, if I'm going away, I don't even like people knowing I'm away.
Well, the security reasons for that as well. Yeah.
And you don't want everybody in the world looking at pictures of your kids and stuff, say, on the internet. So Trip Files is basically a social media network that you can limit to your family and friends. So you can create your own accounts.
Your own community.
Exactly. Give access to whoever you want. Maybe, your sister or your brother want to see what you're up to.
Your work colleagues.
Your work colleagues, yes.
Because we would miss you.
You would miss me. And you can upload your photos, where you've been, check-ins and everything, and just share them specifically with those people.
That's a great
without
idea.
the evil Facebook.
Yeah, and like you said, there are security issues with your house being vacant and people knowing that and stuff, that it's easy to forget about when you're all excited and you're going on your holidays and you post about it.
And when you come home, then you can choose to transfer whatever you want out of your trip to Facebook, so you can be selective about your photos and where you've been and stuff, and do it all at once when you come back. People won't even know you've been away.
Fantastic.
I have to say, you're on a roll with these apps here.
You really are. Now, Lonely Planet, I suppose, well before the internet, definitely well before social media, Lonely Planet was the Bible for people travelling around the world. We used it. It precursed, I suppose,
really.
TripAdvisor especially. Yeah. And I often think of Lonely Planet and think, have they kind of caught up with all of that? Because it was such a great guide.
Yeah, they have. Everything is online now, basically. Yeah. So they give you offline maps for a start.
Which is very useful.
Well, if you don't need to have a data connection anymore. In another country, you have your offline maps, neighbourhood guides, audio phrase books, essential travel tips. I took a quick glance at Dublin there, for example, this morning, and 10 things you must see in Dublin, how to get there, little audio pieces about all the sites.
Sure.
And there are thousands of cities worldwide. Now, the disclaimer, there's not every single location.
Okay.
But if you're going to a major city, or if you're going to be
literally
in the
making
region
the best
of a major city. Exactly. Yeah. It's definitely one to consider. It's completely free. The only cost with it is if you want to download a translation of it in another language other than English.
All right.
So I mean, compared to spending 20 quid on a guidebook or using their free app, brilliant. And I still think Lonely Planet is definitely the yardstick.
It absolutely is, and in fairness to them, they were great at always bringing out updated versions of their book, but once the internet became as prolific as it is, they just couldn't compete with just books. They had to go online, I suppose.
A different world. We have to say you have shone in your text slot this week, Wayne.
Yeah.
Has he not, Mary?
Yeah, but we are bringing you on holidays with us as well, just as an extra tech guide.
As long as it's not Germany.
Thanks a million, Wayne.